Can India really become the next China? Well, according to some, the answer is yes! With brands like Apple moving their operations to the state of Tamil Nadu, many believe that India is on its way to becoming the next factory of the world. Even Apple's key supplier, Foxconn, is now building massive factories here, complete with dormitories, food, and medical care for its workers. Some say the area is already starting to look like Shenzhen, the Chinese metropolis known for its urban villages packed with factory workers. And Foxconn is not alone. Big names like Nike, Adidas, and Crocs are also making themselves at home in India. But is the country truly prepared to be the next China? Let's take a closer look. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Asia Explained, your new channel for deep insights into Asia's economics, politics, history, and culture. Stay informed, stay ahead, and don't miss out on our latest research. Now let's get started. Number 1. Inadequate infrastructure. India's infrastructure has a problem. The country's railway system remains outdated, and its roads are bumpy and congested. So congested that it can often take more than 4 hours to travel just 100 kilometers. On top of that, ports can be sluggish, with ships facing long waiting times to load their containers, inevitably leading to serious delays in transporting goods around the country. A stable supply of electricity is another critical problem. Factory operations are often disrupted by power outages and blackouts, which also cause severe production delays. While Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made some efforts to build several expressways, the challenge remains. If India wants to be the next factory in the world, the infrastructure has to be upgraded as soon as possible. Number 2. Made in China. Assembled in India. Even if India manages to fix its infrastructure hurdles, there's another big challenge. Indian companies still have trouble producing high-quality products on their own. To put it simply, businesses still rely heavily on Chinese-made components and then assemble the final products at home, instead of making everything in India. Take Reliance Jio, for example, a major Indian company that still depends on Chinese-made components from companies like ZTE to then assemble its mobile phones on domestic soil. This reliance on external suppliers makes it hard for India to independently create sophisticated, high-quality products that can compete globally. As long as Indian companies can't fully manufacture these products themselves, they'll struggle to attract global interest and move up the value chain. Number 3. The workforce. Large but unproductive. India's large workforce is usually celebrated as its biggest competitive advantage. But in reality, the country has not yet transformed these numbers into an actual strength. Right now, many Indian workers are still stuck in low-productivity jobs, like small-scale farming, making deliveries, driving tuk-tuks, or running street shops. To truly boost its manufacturing potential, India needs to shift around 150 million workers from these informal sectors to more productive roles in factories. This basically means turning farmers, tuk-tuk drivers, and street vendors into skilled machine operators, expert carpenters, and even chip manufacturers. But here is the challenge. Only a small portion of India's workforce is actually receiving formal skills training to move from informal to manufacturing jobs. Now compare this with China. Today, the People's Republic benefits not just from a large workforce, but from a skilled and productive one, thanks to a nationwide vocational training system. Today, millions of Chinese workers have been trained in machinery operation, quality control, and other technical areas, making them far more efficient. If India really wants to leverage its demographic advantage, it needs to follow a similar path. Without this, the country risks missing out on its full potential. Number 4. Women at work. Think back to the 70s, when South Korean women played a crucial role in factories, producing literally anything from soft toys to wigs. Even today, in nations like China and Vietnam, women are central to industrial growth. But things are different in India, where only 33% of women work for formal salaries. Cultural norms have long kept Indian women out of formal employment. Traditional gender roles have prioritized domestic responsibilities over careers, early marriages, and a general expectation that women should focus on household duties rather than seeking employment outside the home. Only recently, a Foxconn factory avoided hiring married women due to their supposed responsibilities at home. Again, this is a serious issue. If India wants to move 150 million people from the informal sector to the assembly line, women must be a huge part of that equation. The country simply can't afford to exclude half of its population from formal employment. It is not just a matter of fairness. It's key to achieving the scale of production needed to meet the demands of a global market. Number 5. Heavy bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is yet another major hurdle to foreign direct investment in India. Only recently, big names like Ford, General Motors, and Harley-Davidson have pulled out of the country. When asked why, they pointed to excessive bureaucracy, heavy regulations, and corruption. Business was simply too slow. Decisions needed endless approvals and unnecessary paperwork. Eventually, projects often got stuck in limbo for months. Even India's special economic zones, which are intended to facilitate investment, eventually turned out to be too small, poorly integrated, and plagued by bureaucratic red tape. On top of this, foreign companies found themselves caught in a web of demands for under-the-table payments and favors, with local officials often requesting bribes to make approvals faster. All in all, the combination of heavy bureaucracy and corruption simply discourages foreign companies from investing in India, which leads us to the next point: the untold truth. China remains China. It's true that many companies are shifting their operations away from China to countries like India, Vietnam, and Bangladesh. But we should be cautious not to get too enthusiastic. Most of these companies are only relocating a fraction of their operations. The bulk of their activities remain in China, and there is a good reason for that. Simply put, China remains China. This country has developed a unique manufacturing ecosystem that is incredibly difficult to match or replicate somewhere else. This ecosystem includes ultra-modern infrastructure featuring smart ports and high-speed rail lines. Some Chinese trains can even reach a speed of 380 kilometers per hour, ensuring an incredibly rapid movement of raw materials and finished products to global markets. China's workforce is another key asset, with millions of Chinese factory workers mastering machinery operation and quality control. And let's not forget the role of China's special economic zones, which offer an agile business environment with tax breaks and fewer regulations, making them attractive to foreign investors. Let's just face it, right now it is still too hard to find another place that can offer the same level of infrastructure, skilled labor, and business flexibility. So for those asking whether India is set to become the next China, the answer is not just yet. Right now, India actually resembles China 30 or 40 years ago, a country full of untapped potential, resources, and workers. In addition, the ongoing China-US trade war presents a window of opportunity that India should not miss, as many global brands are no longer willing to put all their eggs in China's basket and are now eager to shift part of their production elsewhere. However, just like China in the 80s or the 90s, India also faces some big challenges. It must upgrade its infrastructure, transform its workforce into a skilled and inclusive force, and streamline its business environment. If the country fails to address these issues, it risks missing a crucial opportunity. But if, in the next 5 to 8 years, India can effectively tackle these issues, the country will finally undergo a significant transformation, transitioning from assembled in India to made in India. And at that point, India will have secured its role in the global manufacturing arena. Now, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to Asia Explained for more insights. See you in the next video.